Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, as you can see from the title down below, I'm going to be doing a full face of the most viral makeup from the whole year. So when I was preparing for this video and thinking what products am I going to use, these are the things that came up on top when I was thinking about the products that I have just seen over and over and over again, everybody raving about. They're complete sellouts. As soon as they launched, you couldn't get your hands on them. All of these products are exactly that, and things that have come back into fashion as well. Old products that have gained a little bit of traction throughout the year and have sold out again and you can't get your hands on. Things that have gone completely viral throughout the year, and this is a full face of every single one of those products. So all of these products are affordable and they're all cruelty free. So if these aren't the exact products that went viral, they are the closest thing that I have in my collection. I have never worn all of these products together, so I'm excited to see how this is going to look. I'm gonna say from the start, a lot of these products aren't my favourite. A lot of these products aren't ones that I would consider the best products from the year. So hopefully this is going to turn out quite well. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, but let's just get started with primer. And when you think back to this year, what primer do you think of? Because there was only one that I could think of that went completely viral this year, and it's this one, the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. There is also a lot of e.l.f. in this video, just so that you're aware right from the start. There's a lot of e.l.f. This went so crazy online. Everybody said how incredible it was. I don't think that much of it. It's fine, it's absolutely not a bad product, but I just don't really think all that much of it. I have incredibly dry skin, so I like to have something that's really nice and hydrating, and I just feel like this doesn't really do anything for me. Ultimately, I just feel like it's fine. I don't feel like it does anything crazy. I don't feel like my pores or, any texture that I have on my skin looks particularly disguised or blurred out because of this product. It just sort of feels fine. For foundation, I don't feel like there's been very many foundations that are affordable and cruelty free that have gone crazy this year. I know that a lot of higher end foundations have been going viral. That is not my vibe. I do not spend a lot of money on one makeup product. I enjoy drugstore makeup, so I haven't divulged in any of the viral products that have gone crazy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use one of my favourite foundations of the year, which I do feel like a lot of people have spoken about this year, but it's absolutely not one that has gone viral, I would say, this year. It's the Catrice True Skin 24-Hour Hydrating Foundation. I have this in the shade 004 Neutral Porcelain. So I'm gonna just take a couple of pumps of this, 1.5-ish, and I'm going to blend this out with a sponge. When it comes to concealer, again, I don't feel like there's been very many concealers that have just taken over this year, but another product from e.l.f., I do feel like this one went quite crazy. It's the e.l.f. Colour Correcting Eye Brightener, and I got this in the lightest shade. I don't know if it was light or it was fair. I got this in the shade Fair, and I really just don't reach for this. I don't think it does very much for me, ultimately. It's one that I just always forget that I have. I don't feel like it does enough for me. It also leaves my under eyes feeling really greasy. It's a very emollient, sort of hydrating, reflective sort of a texture, but I just feel like it's, for me, a little bit too luminous around the eyes, and I feel like because of that luminosity, it almost accentuates the shape of my eye bags, which isn't what I like. It's not a bad product, it's not awful, I just don't really ever reach for it. It's one that I feel like went viral because of what it is. Like, it's quite a unique product in terms of like colour correctors. I feel like we've seen quite a lot of those, but this one is just sort of fine. I would be interested to try other ones like this, like other colour correctors. I just feel like I say, it's one that I always forget about. I don't really feel like I need it in my makeup routine. So I am just going to go in with a little bit of concealer over the top. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. Everybody goes on about this concealer every single year. There's nothing 2023 specific about this one. I really like it. I prefer this one over the hydrating one, even though I've got dry skin. I don't think I've ever used these two together, so interested to see how this is going to go. I'm going to use a brush to blend this out. I'm just going to tap this in around my eyes just to blend that concealer in over the top of that eye primer. You know what, that concealer over the top of that eye primer I'm not mad about. The eye primer, like I say, is just quite sort of emollient and like creamy hydrating looking on the skin, and because that concealer is more of a matte concealer, I do feel like those two have gone together quite nicely. That is a way that I would probably use up that eye brightener, because I just don't like it by itself. So for bronzer, contour, sort of adding colour back into the skin, of course the e.l.f. contour ones went crazy. Everything that e.l.f. released this year went absolutely crazy. So viral, so quickly. So I didn't actually get the contour ones. I do also really like the collection ones, but I don't feel like they really went very viral. I haven't seen very many people talk about those, but I definitely love them. And I can't actually remember if this product came out this year, but I know I've seen a lot of hype around it this year. This is the Revolution Ultra Cream Bronzer. I have this in the shade Light. I've definitely dug my finger into that at some point when I've been trying to open the packaging. Again, another product that I don't really love. It's too pigmented for me. Yes. It actually makes it hard to use, in my opinion, like hard to blend out, hard to apply, all things like that. So this is a clean brush. I'm going to dip like that, get that much product on there, and then I'm going to stamp this onto the cheeks and just hope for the best. It's not a bad colour. Once it's on, it's not a bad colour. It's not a bad texture or anything like that. I just feel like where this is so hella pigmented, it's too much for me. I am too eager. I swirl into products and then apply. I always apply too much, and with this it's so easy to apply too much, and I know that that's a me problem. I know that I should be better at, you know, light layers, but I'm not. I'm impatient, and like I say, it's not a bad colour. It's not bad once it's on, but I just never reach for it because I know how I work basically, and I know how picky I am with products. Like, I think I've probably got too much on my brush there for my forehead, so I will disperse. I do also feel like I saw a lot of hype around the Primark version of the Charlotte Tilbury contour ones. I do feel like I saw a lot of hype around those. Another product that I have, another product that I don't really love because it's too pigmented. Like, there's a theme here with the cream contour products that I've tried this year. They're just too pigmented. I'm just going to bounce over all of that cream contour with my foundation-y sponge so that all of that doesn't look too intense. Even with that small amount, I do just feel like I really need to like focus on blending it in, and that is something that I am not good at, but I think I'm done with the bronzer there. I do also feel like, I know that this is contour, it has contour in the name, but it's a little bit of a strange colour for what I like to do, which is like contour and bronzer in one step, because again, I'm lazy and impatient, but this will absolutely do. For blush, this has to be the most viral blush of the year, and another one that I really don't think all that much of. It's the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand, and this is in Rosé You Slay. I have tried another shade, which was berry something. I like that one more, but this is by far the most viral one. This sold out for months when it launched, and I just don't really think I get that much pigment from it. It's hard to blend. I'm going to get my brush before I start applying this onto my face. I like a lot of blush, and I just don't feel like I get all that much with the level of pigment that's in this wand. It's fine. Again, like, I've got a lot of product on there, but this is just going to blend out into basically nothing. Like, nothing for the amount of pigment that I like to have from my blush. I do like a lot of blush, so that is like not usual. A lot of people would probably be absolutely fine with it, but I just don't think all that much to it. I prefer the collection versions. So like you can see, once that's blended out and it's like set down, it's a wash of blush. Yes, it is a wash of a nice colour. Is it as intense as I would like it? No, I would probably go in with a second layer to like really build up the colour. It's fine. I do feel like these definitely went viral because they were like the first dupe. They were the first sort of its kind, where you could get that Charlotte Tilbury look without having to obviously spend the money on the Charlotte Tilbury version. I would never in a million years spend that much on a blush. Like, even £9 for this, I was like, is it going to be that good? And unfortunately the answer for me is just no. It's not as good as the £6.99 collection version where you get more product. Like I say, I prefer that one. So is it a good product? Yes. Is it the best blush wand dupe that there ever has been? No. I know a lot of people would disagree with me about a lot of these products, and I will say that that is absolutely fine. If you love these products and you're like, I can't believe she doesn't love those, then that's fine. I am not here to yuck anybody's yum, but for me, these just weren't really worth the hype. Now, I don't feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't feel like any brow products went crazy this year, so I'm gonna go off and just do my brows. I'm gonna use just the one out of my project pan, the XX Revolution Faux Brow, so I'll be right back when I've got some brows on my head. So I have also just put a little bit of the Beauty Bay Brow Fixer through my brows because I always need a little bit of a tinted brow gel. Then onto the eyes. I feel like there's been quite a few eye releases this year that have been crazy, but the one that stands out to me is Urban Decay Space Cowboy. That is a really old product and it just got picked up. For some reason it just gained so much hype this year. Completely sold out. They've now done like new colours, not colours, but like versions of, they've done a palette. Like, they've really capitalised on the hype that this year has brought for that one like individual eyeshadow. So I don't have that one because it's like £20 for one eyeshadow, and I was doing my googling, typing in Space Cowboy Urban Decay dupe, and this came up. This is the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Peekaboo. This is, I think it looks like quite a close dupe for that, and I also feel like the Fenty diamond highlighter thing gained a lot of popularity this year. Obviously not for me to be able to remember what it is, but you know which one I mean. And obviously I don't have that one because it's not a drugstore, but I do have this one, which is a dupe for it. And I thought this, with this over the top, would be beautiful. So this is the Collection Diamond Shine Highlighter in Shine Bright 1. And I feel like this over the top of that Super Shock shadow would just be beautiful. But I'm going to go ahead and just do a little bit of something through the crease first with the e.l.f. I Love You a Latte little bite-sized palette. This one hasn't gone viral this year. I do feel like it deserves to. It's a really great little palette. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to dip into this warmest brown shade here, and I'm just going to work a little bit of that through the crease, and then I'll go in with those two. I do also feel like in my head this look is coming out like the Sugar Plum Fairy sort of makeup look that has been all the rage since Hailey Bieber mentioned it. So if you would like to see like a full Sugar Plum Fairy makeup look from me, do let me know. I'm more than happy to get one filmed, hopefully before the whole trend runs its course. So that is all just that one eyeshadow, and I'm gonna just use my finger, I think, to blend out this Colourpop Super Shock shadow. So that is what it looks like. It is ever so slightly sort of shimmery, glittery, but I feel like it's definitely going to give the Space Cowboy sort of a vibe. I do feel like Space Cowboy is probably more glittery than this, so actually with that collection one over the top, that would probably work out about right. So I'm going to just do the same thing. Just going to use my finger, really swirl into this. This is much more of a topper, like it hasn't got that sort of base colour to it. It is very much just like a topper. It hasn't got any colour, it's just got the really intense bits of glitter. So I'm just gonna press that on over the top of that Colourpop one, and hopefully that will give the same sort of a vibe. This is one of my favourite products of the year as well. It's one that I reach for a lot because I love just like the sort of soft, subtle wash of glitter over the eyelid, and this one, with it just being basically clear, it goes over the top of any colour, any sort of an eye look. It's so versatile. I wouldn't use this on my face personally. Personal preference, you do you if that's what you want to do, but for me it is just too glittery to use on my face. I know a lot of people do use it in that way, and I do think that it looks beautiful, but it's just not something that I would do. But those two together, they are definitely giving me the vibe that I want. I'm just going to go back in with that brush and blend out these edges a little bit. So that is all of the eyeshadow done. I really like how those two look together. Like, it's soft, it's subtle, it's definitely less than what I normally do. I normally like quite a lot of eyeshadow, but that's sort of been the trend of this year, like less is more. I'm definitely not a less is more kind of gal, but that's what the trends have been. For mascara, there really was only one that I feel like over the whole year there's been this incredible level of hype around. And again, it's one that I don't really think that much of. It's the Collection Mile High mascara. Not my favourite mascara. Not my favourite by a long way. Again, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not great either. Again, it sort of goes into the less is more sort of a feel for me. It looks quite natural, which again is not my vibe. I do feel like the most viral mascara of the year was that one from L'Oreal. However, L'Oreal is not cruelty free, so I will not be purchasing. I do also feel like at the minute, of course, e.l.f. have just brought out that new mascara. I do have it. I'm going to be filming a full day wear test with it tomorrow, so if you haven't already seen that, it will probably be already up on my channel, that review. But I do feel like I can't include that because I haven't tried it yet, and of course all of the hype around it is like just at the minute. I do feel like the hype for this one has been long lasting. So this is like 3 coats of mascara on my top lashes, and you might be able to see it's just quite natural looking. It's very fluttery. I don't feel like my lashes look all that long, and I don't feel like they look all that sort of volumized, thickened, anything like that. Like I say, it's absolutely fine. It's not a bad mascara. I just feel like the hype for this one was a little bit much considering how little I think of it as well, which is sort of a running theme with all of these products. On to the lips. 2023 will go down in history as the year of the lip oil, I feel. Everybody has been bringing out lip oils. Everybody has been trying to dupe the Dior ones. Obviously I haven't tried the Dior ones, but I have tried a few of the others, and this is my favourite one. Another e.l.f. product. This is actually probably one of my favourite products of this whole makeup look, because this is so good, and especially this shade. I just got this when it first launched, but this shade is probably the most viral one. This is Red Delicious. It's the e.l.f. Glow Reviver lip oil. This is such a great product. If anything comes out of this video, this is the viral product to get. I actually think that this is worth the hype. It's so good. I think it smells like After Eights. It's that sort of minty, sweet sort of a scent. I really like it. It feels fantastic on the lips. And that is my full face of the most viral makeup from the year. Is there anything here that you think you would have included over something that I have mentioned here? I would love to know what you think the most viral products of the year has been. I am open to doing another one of these if you think that there's other products that you think I need to try out, but these are my thoughts on the most viral products, in my opinion, of the year. Do let me know what you think down below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It really does help me out a lot when you click that like button. But until next time, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.